Hi there, this is Joanne and this is my spelling tip number 10 in my top 10 spelling tip series. The last one. Ooh. And it's all about use it or lose it. A revision of my top 10 spelling tips. So you've watched all the videos, but how much can you remember? Not much? A lot? Nothing? Well, that's natural. We forget stuff. Remember from spelling tip number 3? You have to work at remembering things. So let's go over the key points in the top 10 spelling tip series. Top tip number 1 was about spelling versus reading. Reading doesn't improve spelling. Just because you've seen a word, read it and copied it down once doesn't mean you'll be able to spell it. You must work at and study spelling. Question it, notice it and think about it. Top spelling tip number 2 was about how knowing the history of spelling and words helps you realise why spelling is the way it is and stops you getting frustrated with it. Spelling tip number 3 was on memory. Most forgetting happens in the first few hours, so you need to revise little and often. Spelling tip number 4 was about spelling versus speaking and how you mustn't fret over your accent and think it's at fault for you not spelling well. No. We've always had different accents and dialects, which means we can't have a phonetic standardized spelling system. The guys in the 1800s who wrote the first English dictionary knew this. But unfortunately, they really didn't give a hoot about making spelling easy or writing it phonetically or even trying. They were more concerned about showing the history and roots of the words. Spelling tip number 5 was about using memory tricks to help you remember difficult spellings. Use rhymes and sayings and any trick to help you remember how to spell words. Spelling tip number 6 was using syllable breakdown. It's a great strategy to help you with long words, and it's up to you how you do it as long as it helps you. There's no right or wrong way, just exaggerate the sound. Use it in combination with memory tricks. Use anything to help you remember the spelling of words that are important in your life, like qualification, identification. Okay, spelling tip number 7, take an interest in words. Knowing the origins and history of words and why they are spelt the way they are is a great way to understand and learn them. English is an interesting language full of words borrowed from other languages and is still growing. No one can put a figure on how many words are in English. It's growing all the time, especially with new words from technology and scientific words. Spelling tip number 8, we looked at the do's and don'ts of spelling. Remember, the do's and don'ts can be spelt do's and don'ts without the apostrophe. It's never ever too late to learn to spell well. So work on your spelling. Do exercises, do the tests, write and enjoy spelling for all its quirky ways. Spelling tip number 9, learn spelling rules. It's always good to know why spelling is the way it is, and knowing spelling rules is one of many strategies to help you learn to spell well. But there are always exceptions to the rule, which you need to learn too. Sometimes it's hard to remember the rule, which is fine, so maybe you'll remember the spelling pattern. But at least you hopefully will know why a spelling is the way it is. Spelling tip number 10, this one, use it or lose it. Keep working on your spelling. Use the strategies and tips I suggest in my videos and you'll soon be spelling really well. Well, that's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching and see you in another lesson. Or pop over to my website at www.howtospell.co.uk and you'll find loads of spelling tests and games, exercises for you to do. Bye!